Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick freestyle, pretty much. I'm gonna freestyle a forecast for all the zodiac signs. So as always, I'm gonna be starting off with Aries. And just to let you guys know, I do have a group where a group of psychics practice their psychic abilities. It happens every month. If you're interested in joining or being read by the group, check out in the description. I'm gonna leave all the information. And if you would like a personal reading, you can book that in my website as well. So let's start. So let me see what I pick up for Aries. So these are just going to be random messages. Anything that I pick up, just random messages. So for I keep picking up here for like Aries. I keep picking up here for Aries that you guys have been thinking a lot about your relationship or future relationships. You've been thinking about your love life a lot. I also feel a lot of stress as well, but you also trying to keep your mind, body, and spirit stable and grounded at the same time. I feel like you can be some of you guys can be having problems with the father of your kids, a baby daddy, or if you are with someone, they can be having problems with their kids, and it's affecting you. It's affecting you as well. Like it's leaking into you as well. I feel like you might feel very unsure about what to do. It's kind of like you're cut from, like, you're not sure if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. You're not sure if you should do this or that. It's kind of like more of like a moral question about your values and morals that you have in your mind. So you might feel a little bit unsure about the next move you should do in order to help someone who's around you. So I feel like it's also causing you to feel a bit depressed, but I feel like the main thing is like feeling anxious. And for some of you, you guys can be really concerned about your kids. Let me see. What does Aries need to know right now? What does Aries need to know right now? And someone also like around you, I feel like it can be a family member or someone around you, or a friend who's like a family member who's having some sort of heart conditions. But whenever I see the Three of Swords, like, did you just see the Three of Swords like it passed? Like, I feel like someone could be dealing with depression. So it can be also like you could be concerned as well. What is something Aries should know right now? What is something? I feel like the thing that you should know is that you're overthinking things too much. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. I feel too like you should prioritize, like if you do have kids or there's little ones involved or there's any legal battles, like there's nothing to be confused about. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. Like I feel like you're just kind of like trying to please everyone, or you're just overthinking way too much. So I feel like you know your own answer. Like you know your own answer. You're going all over your head for no reason, because either you want to please everyone, or you just don't have the words to really explain certain things. But I feel like you know what's right, and if you are in some sort of court issue or you're trying to find this fair groundness, like you will eventually, once you start like being real with yourself about knowing what's right. Like stop trying to please everyone and really think for yourself. Once you step into that, okay, like I know like this is supposed to be in this matter, like it should be like this, then that's when you will feel more better. And sometimes that might be like, you know, disagreeing with other people, or other people not pleasing other people, but I feel like that will make you feel, at the end of the day, you're gonna feel content with your decision because you did the best you could, you know. I feel like Aries is just going through a lot. I feel like since you guys are going through so many things as well, it's like you're also like thinking about your love life all of a sudden. But I feel like it's in a way like in a sense of escapism. Okay, so let's see something else. What is the evil eye deck? This is one of my favorite decks. What is Aries supposed to know right now? What is something Aries is supposed to know right now? I feel like okay, so I feel like you're very spiritually protected currently. I feel like you're very spiritually protected right now, even if you might feel like you're not, but you are. I feel that yeah, I feel like with this card is telling me that either you have baby daddy problems, or either if you do get along with the father of your kids, your baby daddy, or you're like, you know, you're good with them. I feel like something could be happening to them that's also affecting you, because your kids obviously are in between, so it will involve you. So you might feel like you feel stuck with them even though you're not really with them. And for some, I feel like if you are in a relationship with someone who already has kids, who already had kids, not yours, but with someone else, I feel like that could be affecting you as well for some reason. And it could be affecting your sleep as well. You might be thinking way too much, like overthinking way too much. Okay, so I feel like the main message here is that you're doing the best you can, okay? Like, you're doing the best you can, and to not forget that. And for some of you, you guys need to step back, like detach a bit, to really regain your energy back. And the last thing I would say is that you already know your own answer. It's just that you're trying to please everyone, and the timing of certain things needs to be waited on. Like, you can't push certain things to happen. Okay, so that's what I give. That's what I got for Aries. Okay, so let's move on now for Taurus. Now for Taurus, again, like for Taurus, again, just a reminder, I do have a group where we do free readings. It's a group of psychics. They're all in different levels, but it only happens once a month, and I choose someone to read for that month, and the whole group reads them. So if you're interested in being read, then send me a message. I'll leave all the information below in the description. And if you are wanting an extended reading or a reading with me, you can book that in my website. Okay, so let's do Taurus. Taurus. What's happening in Taurus? God, I feel like Taurus is just like, for some of you guys could be going to school or building some sort of business or business in mind, but I feel a lot of like time of learning. So some of you guys could be going to school or trying to learn something by yourself, so you're kind of running around everywhere. Yeah, like this just tells me exactly what I was talking about. This is funny. 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and Ace of Wands. Okay, so you guys are being very persistent right now in your life. Very persistent. You are like in this hustle, go-getter, like I'm gonna get it, period, sort of mentality. Even if you feel like tired, you're still like in this very persistent energy. Okay. I feel like some of you guys are so like, you guys can be coming off right now to the world as a person who's very grumpy or frustrated. You can also be coming off as very egotistic. It's all about me, like get out of my way. Definitely not a team maker. I'm always extremely honest in what I pick up, but that's what it's reflecting, that you're coming off in that way. And I feel like it's because of some sort of, it could be finances or business or work. The material world is your main concern right now. So you're very much in get out of my way, I'm gonna make things happen, don't waste my time sort of behavior, because you really want to make something happen, you know. You really want to win, and I can see that. I feel like you even have this sort of mindset of like, I don't care like who crosses my path, I'm gonna find loops to jump, you know, like go forward. I also get here that things could have been complicated. Something about business and work here is very much popping up. Like there could have been some sort of breakup in like friendship or business or school relationships. Like there could have been some sort of like breakup, you know, because of personality crashes. You might feel like the other person is way more too intense or not too intense, not so in it. So there could have been some sort of breakup in business, like business partners or school partners or something like that. That could have, I feel like it was like a bad one, like a bad breakup. I feel too that you're definitely doing things in silence. You're not letting people know what you're doing. They can feel that there's something going on, but you're not giving up or saying anything. You're very protective over your goals and about your personal life. And I feel like there's just a lot of tension all over your body, you know? That's what I feel. I feel like there's a lot of tension, you know? I feel too like you're really fighting to make money or get the money you want, or accomplish some sort of goal that needs a specific amount of money. So here, I just feel like, you know, I get here that you're very tense, like very tense to the point of being like appearing very bitter, you know, like bitter and angry. Like your aura is very gloomy and you don't seem very like relaxed. You don't look relaxed, even though you're trying to, or you might be trying to, but I don't see that, you know. Your insecurities can be also popping up, but it's like you're fighting with them to bring them into balance and feel confident. But I feel like it keeps leaking into the sense of like, no, I'm not okay, like so there's a lot of like feeling good and then feeling like no, not good. Okay, so what is something Taurus should know right now? What is something Taurus should know right now? What is something Taurus should know right now? Okay, so let me get this one as well. Okay, so look, if you are stealing ideas or you're trying to copy something or steal money or kind of find ways of shortcuts, it says here that what comes around will come right back at you. So it's giving you a warning. Okay, so like I said, I'm always really honest. If you're thinking about like copying something, stealing money, or doing something that is seen as incorrect to the world, especially something, anything, stealing intellectually, stealing money, stealing something, or trying to play games or play the system, it says that you need to be very careful with what you're doing. Okay, because your impulse might not, like, it will fulfill you for a minute, but then it can fire back really bad. Okay, so really think about what you're doing. Don't make decisions when you're super tense and aggravated. Really think things through in a calm, set mind, or go to someone who's very calm and grounded and who's going to tell you the truth and not sugarcoat the truth. Because I feel here that there's a need of someone around you to keep it real, to tell you the truth, you know? No sugarcoating or nothing like that. I feel like that's what you need right now. Someone who is honest and who will tell you things that might even make you feel uncomfortable, okay? It does say here too that you need to maintain yourself flexible with your schedule. Things might not be as the deadline that you said you wanted it to be, but that's just how, you know, it is. You know, you're just gonna have to be patient. I feel like I just get here to, like, be careful of hurting people that you really care about with your bad behavior. Like, try to, like, when you have, you know, when a person has so much things going on and then they start being mean to others around them, like their loved ones or so, people who don't even have an idea what's going on, like, just be very careful about that. Like, be careful on snapping on people who don't really deserve it. I also get here, like, you're really trying to spy on someone. You're trying to spy on someone. It could be some person that you just need to find out, like, what they're doing. You need to find out your truth, you know? Okay, so it also says here to really look out for your health. I feel like there's a need of vitamin D. Every time I get this card, for me, like, the person that I'm reading, they're in need of vitamin D or taking some strong vitamin D supplements. They're not getting sufficient vitamins in that department. But it also represents that you need to go check your vitamin levels. You might be surprised, but yes, get some sunshine, get some air, get some vitamin D. For the next card that I got is, I feel like since you're in a very gloomy spot mentally and physically, feeling very drained with a lot of things, you can be very much be a target for a lot of psychic attacks. So please make sure you are praying and make sure you are cleaning your energy, removing any negative energy consistently. I feel because a lot of negative thoughts and a lot of, like, spirits that want to bring you down, evil spirits, are, like, they're seeing you as a target because you're in a vulnerable place. And yeah, you need to pray so it doesn't torment your mind. This is why you might feel a little bit crazy and super ungrounded and irritable, really snappy and fast, like you can't control it. You might even feel like you don't have the will to even pray or do any spiritual work on you. Like, you don't have that. It's kind of like it pulls you back, like you're not able to even pray or something. So if that's happening, you're feeling that way, then definitely ask someone to pray for you consistently, and I assure you you're gonna be feeling way better mentally, and this torment of mind is gonna be removed, and you're gonna feel more clear mentally. And for this one, I get here that there can be, like, issues too with people, very close people, like family members, that you might not really feel a good connection to, and there can be, like, bad wishes sent to you or bad comments about you. So I feel like, again, you know, it just brings me back to making sure you are praying and staying spiritually protected. Like, make sure you're praying, make sure you're praying the rosary, whatever spiritual work you do, you need to make sure your spirit is also being protected. I feel like you haven't done that in a minute. Like, you haven't really been praying or really been connecting to that higher power, and it's kind of leaving you in a very vulnerable space, especially with all the things that are happening right now to you, with backstabbing situations, with trying to do with all this boredness that you have. Like, I feel like the key word here is to really focus I feel like for you is that you need to focus on what you need to do, which you already know, but also being patient, but also praying. Like pray, come back into the spiritual attunement with connecting and building a relationship with this higher source, like talking to God. Okay, like make some space for that. That could even mean like going to church. You don't have to go to a mass, but you just sitting there, just sitting in that presence, in that energy field in church. That's what I pick up. I feel like there's a lot of family pressure too. For some, there could be a lot of family pressure that linger in your head. So that's what I get for Taurus. Now for Gemini, let's see what's happening with Gemini. Gemini. Okay, well, you might have lost something recently, like your phone or something important, a laptop, something important like that. It is telling me here as well that you need to be careful with bad habits, like over drinking, over smoking, over taking drugs, over taking pills, anything. But you need to be careful with overindulging in things that you're not supposed to do, that are unhealthy for you. I feel too that there seems to be, I feel like you've been either going out a lot, but just so you can stop feeling very insecure about a certain situation. It's sort of like you're trying to forget by over going out, or over being, or talking a lot on the phone, or just kind of like distracting yourself way too much, just so you don't have to think about something that is making you feel not so confident. Let's see. This is really I honestly feel like you've been feeling, it's like you're all over the place. I feel like you've been feeling lazy. I feel like you've been binge eating. I feel like there's a lot of like either weed hangovers or edible hangovers or drinking. There's something about doing things that you're not supposed to, that is not good for your body, that you're overdoing, that is causing you to have a very foggy mind. And it's kind of like you're doing this in order to escape reality. In reality, there's something in your head very much that is making you feel very self-conscious. You might feel like you kind of want to get away from the world, sort of thing, or get away from your own mind, like you're trying to run away from your own mind. There's something that could have really disappointed you that you don't really want to think about, so that's why behaving in a reckless way. It's kind of like you're afraid of being your own judge, or like, it's funny because it's like you're afraid of being critical of yourself. So if you kind of like really think about what happened, like you're gonna have to be critical with yourself, and you don't want to do that. So this is why you could be behaving in a very erratic way. You're trying to bring your energy back stable, but I just feel like it's kind of like you're stuck. You don't know how to bring yourself back. It's kind of like you don't know how to. Yeah, you might be entertaining like short flings right now. I feel too like you might feel a bit stressed, as also a bit about money. I feel like you're a bit concerned about money. Like, I feel like you're a little bit, not a lot. There's something about home, like your home life or where you live at, that you're a bit concerned about. I feel too that you're kind of trying to entertain yourself, your mind, with flings, or having just short pleasures or flings, like just having sex with people, or flirting a lot, just to like not feel or think or come into this agreement and accountability in your own mind of how you contributed to something that you were not supposed to do, or a bad decision that you made, you know? So it's kind of like you're trying to escape yourself, from what I'm getting here. Let me see here. What is something? Something Gemini needs to know. I feel like, this awareness of you knowing because I feel like you're aware, what's going on within yourself. I feel like this is a liberation at the same time. Like, yes, this is good that you know, that you have knowledge of what's going on within yourself. It sort of sets you free. But I feel like once you really face yourself more, like, you're gonna feel more light in your mind, body, and spirit. I feel like you're going that way. You know, you're going that way. You're in the verge of feeling more clarity and keeping it real with yourself instead of running from yourself. Whatever questions or doubts you have right now, those doubts will be cleared very soon. Like something's gonna happen, that also a certain conversation is gonna happen where with someone specific that is gonna bring you a lot of clarity, and you're gonna be more clear about yourself, more clear about your boundaries. I feel like it's more about you and your boundaries and what you accept. I feel like a lot of you guys too, like who are watching this, you guys can be very into like nature, so definitely go out, seek nature right now. I feel like this is really the way you recharge. Like definitely do that, and I feel like it will help you intensely. I feel things are gonna end up aligning. There's nothing to really worry about. I feel like I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like eventually things are going to be lining up exactly how it should be. And I feel like you're going to get your answered. Whatever you've been questioning, especially a person, if you've been questioning someone, like I feel like you will eventually get the answer you want. And I feel like from that question, like you're going to move correctly. I feel here that spending time with nature or spending time around nature is something that you should prioritize this week, because it will really help you. It will really help you. It will really give you clarity. It will center you. And if you're questioning someone's intentions, I feel like that is going to be cleared very soon. And if you're questioning if someone likes you or something, you will eventually get that clarity very soon. And if you do have a small business, you will be seeing some coins. I'm not saying a lot of coins, but you will see a little bit of money coming in because of it, which is good. You know, it's not going to be like a lot. I don't see a lot, but something's coming in, so it's good to, it's a good starter. It's good. It's at least something. You're getting something. That's what I get for Gemini. So for the next zodiac sign, it's Cancer. So Cancer, I feel like for Cancer, okay, so just to let you know, Cancer as well, I have a practice group where psychics come in and they practice on one person. So if you're interested in getting read by the group, by readers who are practicing and are in different levels, the link is below. I'll put all the information below if you would like to get a free reading by the group. Now, if you would like a reading from me, a personal reading, then just book an appointment with me on my website. Okay, so let's go. Let's do Cancer. Cancer, what's going on in Cancer? I feel like you guys are a little bit in shock. Someone from your past could have just popped up and you're a bit in shock about it. Like, you're kind of like questioning, like, or you're just kind of surprised. Okay, so I'm gonna start all over again. So I got cut off right in Cancer. So let's continue. So Cancer, what is something Cancer should know right now? What's going on with Cancer right now? I keep hearing the word skeptical. You know, I feel like Cancer, like right now, you're in a very good energy. I feel like, yes, you're skeptical and everything. Like you have this sort of behavior being very skeptical of people's intentions. But I feel like you're working on something, like some sort of goal, and you're actually seeing it come true. So you feel very proud of yourself. I also feel like either there's abundance coming from this, or you're barely seeing it. So you kind of feel very proud of how far you've came so far. Even though you had to learn a lot and you didn't know what you were doing, you kind of just went with the flow of things. You've learned so much, so there's a lot of sense of like pride about it, and content. Like you're really happy about how far you've gotten. So I feel like there's a lot of happy energy, like being proud of yourself in regards to your achievements and making something happen financially. So you're definitely in this making money mode. Like you're making some sort of new money, or some sort of some money that was coming slow has kind of like drastically gotten really up. It's kind of like, okay, you were making some money in the past. Like, yeah, you were getting some money, but now like you're making like a very high amount compared to the past. Like you are even feeling very nurturing and very giving at this time. It's like a good version of yourself, but I also feel like you're a little bit skeptical about certain people around you. You might feel like you need to really play your cards right, which I do feel like you're right, because I feel like people could feel that you are in this upgrading version of yourself, especially financially. So I do feel like you should have your guard up, but I feel like it's sort of like, I feel like people are being more like nosy. That's what I get. Like, people are being nosy about how you're doing, how you are doing, how you even got there. Like, what are you doing, sort of thing. Like, how did he or she get there? So maybe this is why you kind of feel a little bit like worried, like, and also suspicious about others. You can also be feeling extremely sexy, like very, very feminine, or if you're a man, very masculine, very much in your power. You know, like, I feel too like people from your past could be coming back, and it could leave you with this weird feeling of like emotional feelings, because it could be like this person could have betrayed you or chosen someone else in the past, and now they're coming back, like trying to apologize. Like, some sort of ending happened, and then they're trying to come back with some sort of apology, and now you're feeling a bit in your feelings about it. And I feel like it could be some sort of family member. It could be like a sibling or a cousin that you fell off with, or even a father figure. Someone could be trying to reach out, and you might feel a bit like questionable about it. You might feel really confused too. You might have mixed feelings about how to go about it. You might feel like one side you feel like I should just you know, rekindle this and move forward, and, you know, try to open a new chapter with this person, give them another chance, see where it goes. But then another side of you is like, no, I shouldn't. It's kind of like your wounds were very much triggered, so it's kind of like you're very like this side or this side, like, where I don't know what to feel. So you might feel very confused about your next action towards them. You also kind of feel like maybe like I should be a bitch to them. So you're very suspicious. You might even feel like, or maybe I should just disappear. So some sort of return, some sort of return. Someone has returned, and it's really playing with your feelings. It's triggering you to really think about the relationship. And I feel like it's more like some sort of family member, or it could even mean like a person who was a friend who you would have considered like a family, but some sort of fall off happened. And I feel like you have every right to feel this way. I think you're right to be skeptical. You're correct about thinking deeply about if you should allow them back in or not. So I feel like you're right. I feel like your feelings are like, should I just let it go and forgive and forget, sort of thing, or should I just cut them off or leave? Like, there's a lot of mixed feelings or thoughts here, like contradicting thoughts too. Like, so to be honest, I just feel like you need to get some sort of advice with someone who's very logical and honest to you, who's going to be real with you, to guide you and tell you the truth, you know, if that is even acceptable to even forgive and forget and try to give them another chance, or if you should just move on with your life and be like, okay, I forgive you, but I'll see you, but like, don't be so close to me, sort of thing, you know. Let's see, Cancer. I feel like right now, like, Cancer, I just feel like right now you're very skeptical about people you're working with, like people you're working with, friends, relationships. You're very skeptical right now. I feel like either is in your love life, or your friendship, or your co-workers, people you work with. I feel like you're skeptical about like if they're just kind of like kissing your ass just so you can be more open to them, or if this is genuine. So there seems like there's questions about realness here. Like, there's something missing, there's something off going on, and you're kind of like trying to pinpoint is it me, is it just me doing too much, or what's going on. I feel too like there's some sort of resentment, or there's like passive aggressive energy, or like, you know, those secret opinions that are actually bashing you, sort of thing. I feel like that's happening, and you might feel like a little bit awkward in addressing it, either because it's at work, but also because there's something very uncomfortable about addressing it. I feel like there's mind games going on. So I feel like you're in the right track. I feel like there's some sort of there is people around that are being fake. You know, there is people around who are being fake. I feel like, you know, with these cards, it just tells me something about like people you work with or someone you're doing business with. with this one, I just feel like, yeah, you need to really trust your instincts, you know. I feel like you're kind of waiting for more evidence to really address the situation. So a lot of suspicion, a lot of like, seems like you're just feeling some weird energy, and I feel like you're right and correct about it. Whoa. Okay. Okay, Cancer. Oh, okay. Okay, so the King of Cups, actually the Knight of Cups, I'm sorry. Hermit. I forgot which one is this one. This is a Death card. This is what I... So there is a lot of change going on in a positive way, but I also feel like there's a lot of change in regards to how you will be moving, because there's a lot of transformation going on in your life in a positive way, but there's also a lot of like change in regards to people you work with or how you're dealing with them, and this might make you feel very much like wanting to stay by yourself or not really wanting to be around people, because you need to think and analyze a lot of things and sort out a lot of decisions. Let's see. Okay, so you do have, there's people around you who are jealous about your success. They're jealous of your shine. They're jealous of your appearance. They're jealous. They're kind of like really trying to be like you. So I feel like there's people who are trying to copy you, like your style, your identity. They're trying to copy how you move, how you dress. So if you're picking up energy like that, you're correct. Let's see. So the first card, so someone wants your mind to become scrambled to complete chaos and confusion. That brings me back to you feeling very confused about how, if you should let someone back in your life or not. I feel like you do need a cleansing as well. You need some sort of cleansing for your spirit, and that can mean like, you know, either meditating, doing something spiritual, praying, asking God to cleanse your aura, your mind, body, and spirit in order for you to feel more clear in your mind. Someone wants everything you probably say or do. Oh my god, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, there's people who are like trying to copy you. They're trying to steal your ideas. They're trying to be you. And I feel like someone's talking bad about you, but just because they're jealous. They're jealous of how far you've come. And it can be even your own family, unfortunately. Like siblings, family, people who you are close to. A sibling sees you as continue. Okay, so this one like brings me back to what I was saying. There could be some sort of sibling or someone like a family member who is very jealous of you and your shine. It seems like they're competing with you without you really knowing, and this could be throwing off your energy because you're not, it's like they're throwing negative energy to you with just feeling jealous of you. So I feel like you should clean yourself. I feel like you should really think about who you should cut off in your life and who you should continue talking to, because you don't want to have people like this around you, because they're going to continue trying to compete with you low-key. They're going to continue trying to be you, copy you, and that's not healthy. That's very unhealthy. It will just end up in stress and some sort of breakup with the person, the sibling, the family member. So I feel like there's so many good things happening to you. I feel like you being private is really protecting your blessings. So I feel like the key word that I would leave you with is that your privacy is your protection. Like, no, be very discerning of who you tell your stuff, like your important stuff. Like, Don't be so vocal about the great things that you have, like financially. If you're doing a lot of money financially, don't say it to everyone, not even your close families. It could be even your own parents, because you might be like, oh my god, you know, genuine, and you just want someone else to be happy with you, but they're like, they don't have that type of mindset, you know, like they're here trying to take. You gotta be careful. Yeah, so that's what I'm picking up for Cancer. That was very intense. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on with Leo. So Leo. Okay, Leo. Okay, Leo. Okay, so I do have a psychic practice group where a bunch of psychics, different levels, practice their psychic abilities. It happens every month. I choose one person. Like, just send me, if you would like to be read by the group, send me a message. I'll leave all the details below. It happens only once a month. And yeah, so if you're interested in being read by the group, go ahead and click the link. If you would like a private reading by me, then just book an appointment with me in my website. Okay, so Leo. You know, like, I feel like right now you're not feeling so confident. I feel like you appear confident right now, but you're not really. I feel like you're dealing with a lot of things in regards to the law. You could be in a very avoidant sort of behavior too right now. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling a lot of mixed feelings right now in regards to where you're heading in life. I feel like there's also a sense of shame that comes with it. You don't really want other people or friends or people close to you to know that you're really going through it. So you're kind of trying to hide it. I feel like it's also causing you a lot of anxiety and nightmares. You might not be sleeping well. I feel like right now you're going through a very big awakening in regards to your goals and your ambition and your money. And I feel like you're kind of like, I feel like the universe is giving you a wake-up call in regards to the reality of your situation. I feel like you haven't been living in your, kind of like, you kind of been living like, oh my god, yes, I got this, like, I'm gonna make it. But it's been like years and you haven't really made the abundance you should be doing as of now. So I feel like that could be extremely uncomfortable to come to a realization that you haven't really been doing a good job in something, and your confidence is very low because of that. I also feel like you've been thinking about like changing a job or something with work, some sort of change that you just been having it in your mind, like it's been lingering in your mind. It's funny because it's like you want to run away as well. But I feel like if you end up like running away, going to some sort of trip, it's just like you're avoiding the really like sitting with yourself and actually reflecting on past decisions, or else you're just gonna like be stuck, you know, in the same position for years. So I feel like there is very serious decisions that you need to make in regards to your goals that you had and they're not really happening. So you need to really be real with yourself in regards to how to move next, like what to do next and the help you need, instead of avoiding it. I feel like you kind of been lying to yourself in regards to how good you're doing. I also feel like it's telling me here that there can be a sense of also like escaping with having flings or validation, like trying to meet people just to feel better about yourself. So there can be also an escapism in that form. So you need to be careful that you're not like trying to distract yourself to the reality of what you really need to work on. I also keep getting here like that you need to get some proper sleep. There's something about not sleeping well. You could be like doom scrolling. I think that's what it's called. You know, like I also feel like it can be like at home, your home, like where you live at, your area where you live at. But I feel like you intuitively feel like that people are talking about you or making fun of you. You know, like you might feel like, yeah, that someone like making fun of you or kind of like talking bad about you. And I feel like this is why you've been maybe acting kind of like like wanting to leave from their space, because I feel like there could be like, oh hey, how are you, like a lot of like very jolly energy, but then you feel something off, like something's off. And I feel like it's because they're actually talking behind your back in a negative way, or they're making fun of you. So that doesn't help. You already feel very down. So I feel like you need to really look out for people who claim to be very righteous, because I feel like there's something very like a hypocrite, you know, like those people that tell you, oh, like talk to you so much about God, but yet they're nothing godly. So I feel like there's something like that happening. I do feel like you need to watch out. I don't feel like they're like close friends though. I just feel like someone who lives around you, maybe like those people that you see like all the time, like you just have to pass by them, like people who you live very close to. This just tells me more about like your work. You really want to, something about work or your career. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles and then 8 of Wands. So you're very focused in the material world right now, making money, and you should be. You should be considering whatever you're considering about changes in your job. I know it might feel stressful and even confusing in your mind, because you're kind of getting a reality check of like your finances right now, and it can be shocking to your psyche. Might be even feeling very disappointed with yourself and shame, but it's necessary. So I do feel like you should be focusing on your finances, and pretty much reflecting on that and getting the correct help you need in order to make things become more balanced, because I feel like you haven't really been living in the reality of your expenses. Like you've been kind of like putting things under the rug for a long time, and you haven't been real about taking things serious. And I feel like right now it's like life is kind of giving you a reality check of like, hey, like this time you can't run, and that might feel extremely stressing. This is funny. Okay, so I do feel like right now you're extremely your mind is very scrambled. I feel like it's because, you know, the reality that's happening is really like you can't really escape reality now, and this might have you very scrambled in your mind and even confused in regards to how to move. You might even have a bit of stomach upset as well. So you need to clear your energy out to think more clearly. I do sense too here that there's a bit of competition from either a family member or someone like a sibling or someone around you that you also feel a bit competitive with. Like you feel competitive with, you might feel like there's favorism, or like they are maybe very critical about you. So you might feel this is why you feel a bit competitive towards a sibling or some sort of family member. You low-key feel like you need to compete with them, you know. I feel like there's something to really reflect on. You might also feel like family or your siblings are talking behind your back as well. Maybe you get made fun of a lot, and you don't like that feeling. And it could be people who you are really close to. I feel like the main message here for Leo is that you need to choose your battles. And who cares, like if it's your own family who's speaking like bad about you or makes fun of your downfalls, then you really need to reflect if you really want to keep that around, or how you need to reflect on how you want to deal with that, because I feel like that also brings a lot of stress to yourself. So that's what I pick up for Leo. Let me move on now on Virgo. Okay, so Virgo. Sorry. Okay, so Virgo. So for Virgo, just to let you know as well, like I have a psychic practice group. Where there's different psychics with different levels that practice on one person. So if you would like to be read, I'll leave all information below. It's a free reading, of course. If you would like a personal reading by me, you can check my website, and I'll leave all that detail below as well. So Virgo. Let's see, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo? might be acting very cold to someone or giving them a cold shoulder sort of behavior. I feel like you also feel there's anger here that I keep picking up. I also feel like a sense of tears too. You're very bummed out about something or someone specific. I don't really like doing love readings. I don't like to do that. I feel like it's very unhealthy, but I feel like there's something like that going on here, you know, but I'm not going to get deep into that because I don't like to do love readings. But there's something here about someone making you feel like you need to give them a cold shoulder. I see a lot of tears, okay? I'm getting here a lot of sadness, feelings. I also see a lot of anger too. So you might be feeling extremely upset with someone. You might be thinking a lot. You might be feeling like you're not even sure what to even think. You might be changing your mind a lot in regards to a situation. I feel like there's a sense of a lot of lostness. Okay, so like I feel like you need to reconnect to your spirituality. Divination is not spirituality, really connecting to your spirit. I'm telling you to, like, I feel like you feel very lost, like, spiritually. I feel like you haven't really connected or talked to God or this higher power that you believe in. Like, you haven't really talked or really connected or giving you some space where you can reflect and write to God about life. I feel like there's a lot of sadness and a lot of confusion in regards to where you want to go in life or what you want to do or why certain things happen. I also feel like you keep changing your mind about something. You're very heavily thinking about some sort of situation that left you very sad, and you feel very emotional. You feel like you keep having crying spells. You're not sure what to do, but I feel like there's a need of really reconnecting to your spirit, because you haven't really connected there in a minute, like actually dedicated a day of like really trying to talk to God or prayer or really making that connection, or even reading something that's very spiritual that will help you understand life a little bit more. Some of you guys can also be feeling even like physically sick because of your emotions. Okay. I know you want to hide from the world right now. Like, you really want to isolate yourself. You know, you really want to get away sort of feeling. Like, you even want to, you fantasize about leaving to another city, another country, leaving because you feel your thoughts are really taking over you. Your mind is really taking over you. It's causing you to have a lot of anxiety, overwhelmness. So I really, honestly, looking at all this, I feel like there's a need of like psychological help, maybe getting a counselor or someone who can help you through your own thoughts, because I feel like there's so much going on in your head, like you're super overwhelmed that it can even cause you to have like panic attacks. I feel like you're judging yourself too very much, and your energy is very low. You feel like you're out of luck. It's like you're so caught up in your head that you keep having like a lot of negative thoughts about who you are. So I feel like right now you need to really focus on your mental health, drinking lots of water, trying to bring your energy back into balance, because I feel like your emotions are so high right now that it's making you feel tired. Like, you might even feel like you have to nap twice a day sort of feeling, and you're just pushing yourself through the day. You know, like, you're getting like, so someone wants to hijack your life and take what you accomplished for themselves. For me, I feel like you're having identity issues. For me, with this card, it just tells me, it brings me back to you having identity issues right now. It can even mean like your sexuality. You're questioning your sexuality. You're questioning what to believe in. You're questioning where you should go in your life. So I feel like there's a lot of identity issues going on right now. I feel like the spiritual realm is like seeing this, and I feel like there's spiritual attacks going on as well. So I definitely feel like you need to really pray a lot, even though you might feel so tired to even do that. Maybe asking someone to pray for you, like, would be very beneficial for you if you're not having that energy to even pray for yourself. But I feel here that there's a lot of spiritual attacks going on, like tormenting your mind. You know, like spiritual attacks are real, and I feel like that's what's happening as well, because they're seeing you very vulnerable at this moment in time. So you're having a really tough time accepting yourself, or accepting certain things as well in your life, or accepting you. So I feel a lot of pulse feelings in my head. So you can even be having headaches or weird feelings like that. You know, like, some of you guys could be having like actual legal issues, or there could have been some sort of drama where the cops or the police could have been around. If that is not it, you might be feeling like very extremely reckless at the same time. Like, because your emotions are so high, you can be prone to do something very reckless that you might regret at the end. So I feel like the main message here for Virgo is that really have someone pray for you, or pray for yourself, because to get some sort of spiritual protection, because right now you're very vulnerable. And also, like, not getting so much in your head. Like, there's something about needing some sort of some sort of psychiatry, but it could be psychiatry, but some sort of therapist or counselor to really come through and really talk to you, so you can have a better understanding to help you. So if you've been lagging it, or you've been like waiting on like, oh, maybe not now, or this or that, like, I feel like you should. I feel like if you're having a lot of meltdowns, you should be calling, you know, I think it's called, I forgot the number, it was just 3 numbers, not 911, but there's another one, it's like a crisis line. Like, if you're having like breakdowns, I feel like you should be calling, or you should be talking to someone that can help you with those breakdowns, because I'm getting here a lot of breakdowns, a lot of tears, a lot of like hard feelings, unsureness. That is what I'm picking up. Take care of your mental health definitely here, with Virgo. And I hope this reading helped. Now for Libra, now going into Libra. Okay, Libra. Okay, Libra, so I have a psychic practice group where there's a bunch of psychics who are all different levels, and we all practice on one person to read them. It's free, of course. So if you're interested in being read in a free psychic practice group, all the information is going to be below. And if you would like a free reading from me, the information is also going to be in the description. So, Libra, let's see. Okay, so I feel like with Libra, like, I feel like you're happy and you're proud of, you know, the family you've created, or your family support. There's something about being proud of, like, feeling happy or proud or heard by your family. But I also feel like there's another side that you feel a bit sad about. Maybe some of your family is giving you some stress, but then at the same time you feel happy with the other side of your family because they give you so much support, you know. So I feel like you're very much in your aggressive side of yourself, aggressive side of your personality right now, because you have a lot you need to do and you have a lot on your plate. Yeah, your energy is really low. You're definitely not balanced in regards to your feminine and your masculine energy. I feel like there's people around you, if you have kids, like your kids could be worried about how you are health-wise, but also mental-wise. There's people around who are concerned about your well-being. I feel like you've been also like very much in your mind in regards to what to do, in regards to balancing your life and balancing like certain problems that you have with certain family members, because it's really draining your energy. It's kind of like your energy is all over the place and you feel very depleted. It's like half of your family or is like very supportive, and then the other half, like, it's just like they are the ones bringing the problems or something. I feel like I said, you're feeling very aggressive, like very aggressive. You can come off as very aggressive, like, okay, get out of my way, I got things to do, sort of behavior. I feel too that you really want to talk to someone about your problems. You're feeling like you need to burst out a lot of things that you have stuck. I feel like you will eventually get yourself out of this situation. I just feel like you also need to think about yourself. I feel like you kind of put other people ahead of you, and then you end up feeling extremely depleted. And I feel like there's something like unavoidable. Like maybe there's a certain person or responsibility towards the person that you have that you can't really just be like, oh, like I'm not gonna deal with it no more. It's like you have to deal with it. But I feel like there needs to be a certain boundary. There needs to be a certain balance here. There's definitely a need of balance here, because I feel like you are consuming a lot. You're being like passive aggressive or aggressive, or having this frustration energy because you don't know how to put your boundaries up. So it's also you like not knowing how to put your boundaries up because you feel bad. Yeah, there's like some sort of relationship that you have, like, and like I said, it's like you're tied to them. There's something that has you tied with them, and you have love for them as well. So you feel very like this is you feel bound to it, so you're not really sure how to move about it. You can't really just be like, okay, whatever, like cut this off. Like you really can't. There's something that you can't. There's something that puts you together with them. You need to, I feel here that there's a need of really taking some time for yourself, like your own alone time. I feel like it's like nobody lets you be by yourself and just kind of like do what you want to do. It's like everybody's calling you. Everybody's like, hey, 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 this, hey, that, hey, this, hey, that. Everybody's on you. So there needs to be some sort of plan. I feel like you need to focus on fixing or finding out that plan in order for you to feel better. At the same time, I just feel like you do have people who support you very well. That you are feeling grateful about. But I also feel like there's certain people that are draining you, and you might not know how to balance that out. It could even be a love relationship as well. Kind of like those people that you have a kid with and you can't really get rid of them. Like that's the father of your kids. You're always gonna have a relationship with them in some sort of way, especially if they want to be active in your kid's life. That could be happening. Or it could be like needing to be like, you have to be bounded to a toxic parent. Like there has to be some sort of communication because they rely on you so much. Something like that. So that is what I pick up for Libra. So for Libra, I would say like, you know, like boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Did I get the evil eye deck for you guys? I don't think so. I forgot. I don't think I did. I feel like, you know, like, I feel like you're very spiritually protected. I feel like you're very spiritually in tune with your spirit, with God, whatever you pray to. And I feel like this is really helping you as well. Yeah, you might feel drained, you know, but still I feel like there's some protection that you carry because of how aware you are about your spirituality. But I also feel here that since you are like very drained, you're going this way, you're going that way, I feel like it's also messing up with your coins with this card. It's messing up with your schedule or the way you make money. And you might feel like it's taking your powers, like messing up your plans. I do get here that, you know, if you do want to feel more balanced, like I said, there needs to be a sense of boundaries, but also like I do get here that you need to do some sort of like doing some sort of relaxing thing for yourself by water, near water, like a bath to relax you, because I feel a lot of tension. That's all I pick up for Libra. So let me go now to Scorpio. So Scorpio, I have a psychic practice group. Everyone's in different levels in this psychic practice group. It is free. Every month we read someone. So if you would like to get a free reading by the psychic practice group, I'll leave all information below in the description. If you would like a free reading, well, not a free reading, a paid reading by me, then I'll leave all that information below. So let's go now for Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? Okay, so I feel like Scorpio's been feeling very like whatever, do whatever you want sort of energy. I feel as well that you've been very flaky. You might be been like, okay, I'm gonna go, and then you just don't. So you've been in a very flaky mode. I feel like you've also been very upset. You've been really trying to make something happen, but you haven't really gotten the results yet of what you wanted. I feel like you've been experiencing people really challenging your beliefs or your morals, or they've been really questioning your morals. You might feel like you have to defend yourself constantly. You might feel like you kind of want to be on your own, like get away from everyone. I feel too that some sort of you might have lost some sort of opportunity, and you feel a little bit bummed out about it, like, God, I should have taken it, or something like that. You might feel a bit like that, like, oh, I should have taken that opportunity, but I didn't. So you might feel like regret at this point, some sort of regret. I feel like it has something to do in regards to your career or a money move that you didn't take, and now you feel regret about it. I feel like overall though, like people around you, I feel like it's sort of like they're questioning you. You might feel like they're challenging your anger or something, like they're trying to test you. I get a sense of wanting to start fresh, something like it could be some sort of school or learning something different, putting yourself into this different hustle. You might be thinking of starting some sort of new hustle, or actually putting your all into something that you created but didn't really go full in it. I feel too that there's a lot of pride coming in as well. I feel like the reason you're also like thinking about these other hustles and things is like these people that have been questioning you are also like fueling you with energy of needing to do what you got to do. So there's also a lot of pride here. There's also a sense of like thinking about money a lot, thinking about like money is power, or money is there's a lot about like wanting power here. I also feel like you've been thinking about even moving elsewhere or going somewhere else in order to expand your finances. Okay, so 4 of Swords. I believe this is the Sun. Let me check. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, 4 of Swords, and then I believe this is the... And then we have the Sun. I feel like you guys are really trying to figure out your luck right now. You're trying to really either try your luck and see what happens. You're trying to be optimistic at the same time, but at the same time, you have a lot of pride. And I feel like your pride and your ego are very tied to your decision making right now. I feel like, you know, it's good because it's pushing you to do what you got to do. But at the same time, I feel like it's making you appear very having like anger feelings like in your aura. Like you can appear very happy and joyful, but I feel like there's something about having this competitive vibe to you, or like angry. You know, you could be appearing angry, but I just feel like it's because people around you have been testing you. Like they've been questioning you, they've been like not believing in you, and that has you a bit frustrated. And also like you haven't really, there's something about having like you miss an opportunity and you feel upset about it. So I feel like right now it's like you're making moves, you know, even though they can be impulsive, because I see impulsive moves and they're very much driven by your ego very much. And you're being very reserved as well. You're going like everywhere. You feel like you can't trust anybody. Like I feel like it's more like people don't believe in me sort of behavior. So I see you more to yourself. I see you continuing to be this way. If you're questioning like if things are going to like come true, I feel like you need to also surrender to ask someone who actually knows some real advice. So you might need to spend, even though you don't really want to. You're gonna have to spend in order to really know what to do and make the correct moves. Yeah, there's like competition. I feel like you feel very competitive. And I feel like you do have other people that like are really watching you. Like there's people who are really, really watching you. I feel like it doesn't really get to you though, but there's people watching you, trying to see what your next move is. I feel like this is why you feel tense and having this frustrating attitude. But I feel like that bad energy doesn't get to you. It's kind of like you have the drive, you have the passion and the drive to move forward. But yet when you're moving forward, you have no direction, no clarity. So it's great that you have the drive and that you have the power to move forward. But when you are in the move, it's sort of like you are like walking everywhere. You're going everywhere because there's a lack of direction. So I feel like you need to invest in someone who's going to give you a direction and let go of your pride, you know. I also feel like your third eye could be very blocked as well. And I feel like it's because you've been very much caught up in your ego, in the negative side, you know, because there's positive things that your ego does too, but I feel like you've been very much caught up in the negative side of things. You should be clearing out your chakra, especially your third eye, to feel more clear with direction. Because yes, I see that you have the drive, you do have the passion, but you lack direction, and that's just the truth of what I'm seeing, you know. It makes you come off very confusing, even when you express your ideas. It makes you come off like very confusing and like very like fantasy, like yeah, you talk a lot, but are you really about it, sort of thing. So to be honest, like I feel like there's a need of investing in someone who's actually going to help you with those ideas, and also keeping it real with yourself, you know. Like you need to be okay with getting like criticism, like feedback, and not really letting it get to you so much. You let it control you too much, or seeing it as a bad thing, you know. So I feel like that's the phase that I'm seeing right now in your life right now, Scorpio. That's all I pick up. So I'll move on now to who's next. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. So what's going on with Sagittarius? Sagittarius. What's going on with Sagittarius? Okay, so I feel for Sagittarius, there's some sort of either new job or new work or something new has happened. It could be like school or work that you just started, and you're feeling very excited about it, very chatty about it. You feel very positive about it. You're feeling very positive about it. I feel like you barely started it. I feel like you also are very determined to make your dreams come true right now, to the point that you are wanting to isolate yourself or just wanting to focus on what you got to do. You don't want to deal with other drama. But I feel like that there is some other drama, you know, that there's drama lingering around you. And it's kind of unavoidable. It can be with someone who is kind of like telling you, take accountability, like take accountability of what you've done. Take, like, there's something here that some sort of female, it could be a mother, or it could be a sister, or it can even be a lover. But I feel like someone here is also like nagging in your ear about taking responsibility about certain things. So there's a lot of nagging. Someone's in your ear, someone's bothering you, someone's making you feel like, someone's making you feel guilty, they're making you feel bad. You're like at the same time trying to find solutions to fix it, but at the same time it's like you don't really want to deal with that drama. You want to just focus on this new thing that you're starting, and because you feel really happy about it. I see here like positive feelings, like happy about this new beginning, but yeah, there is drama going on the side. It could be that your attention is like needing to be in this new career or school or thing that you're doing, and now like the people around you could be like saying like what's happening, like you're not communicating, or you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Like there's a lot of like nagging. There can also be like questions in regards to money. Maybe you have to share money with someone, and or something about money that you promised, or you have some sort of responsibility about. Let's see. Sagittarius. Yeah, like some sort of relationship. Some sort of relationship can be taking your energy right now, or wanting your energy right now, and you feel it, but you don't want to. Like you're staying strong, you're trying to stay strong, and you're trying to be firm about your boundaries, you know? You're trying to be really firm with your boundaries, even though you can still feel like the nagginess. Like you're just trying to do you right now, and like there's people that are not understanding that. So I just pick up a lot of that. Like, I want to do me. Like, I really want to focus on this. There's something that you really are proud of starting, and people are like just trying to interrupt your goal or your plan, or your plan, your goal that you have. You can even have people like asking you for money, and right now is not the right time. So let's see. Yeah, like I feel like someone's in your ear saying about like talking about you, like talking about like how you're not doing this, how you're not doing that, like kind of like making, like talking about your character to other people. It could be a lover, like it can be a lover, like trying to talking about like, you know, your character. But I feel like you're very much protected. I feel like you're very protected right now, because there's a wish fulfillment that you're also doing right now, and you're really trying to protect that. So I feel like not only are you protected spiritually right now, I feel like you as well are being very aware of how to protect your energy too. So I feel like that's helping a lot. So this energy is not really going to get to you, like you feel it, but it's not going to get to you or have any effect on you, because you're aware of what's going on. Oh, her frequency. And you know how to put your boundaries up as well. I do sense though, like, so you can feel more in your power, that, you know, you can get some sort of cleansing, like it said there, a cleansing would be really good for you. So you can feel more empowered. But I feel like right now you're like in a very busy mode. Like you're very in a busy mode right now. And I feel like there's people who are so curious about like what's happening. I feel like you kind of disappeared on everyone, and everybody's curious about what you're doing. What are you doing? Like, how's everything going? Like, they're so curious about it. They feel like, some people feel like you're being rude or something for not even talking to them. I feel like that's what's happening right now for Sagittarius. That's all I picked up for Sagittarius. I feel like where you're heading is exactly what you're supposed to do. I feel like, you know, your boundaries are exactly what you're supposed to do as well. So I feel like you're just being misunderstood by a lot of people. So that's what I pick up. So now I'm going to go with Capricorn. So Capricorn, I have a psychic practice group where some psychics in different levels come in and practice their psychic abilities on people and read them. So if you would like to have a free reading by the group, I'll leave all that information below in the description. If you would like a private reading from me, I'll leave my information below as well. So for Capricorn, let's see, Capricorn. What's going on in Capricorn? Some sort of ending. I feel like with Capricorn, something has you very much in your emotions. Something has ended. Something that you thought was a new fresh beginning really just clashed out. You might have thought that, okay, this is a new chance, fresh chance, new beginning, like it's a false start, and it didn't. If anything, it just made you rethink things to not even go back to that position. It's like they're leaving you no choice but to leave the situation. Like you have no other choice. Capricorn's life, going on in Capricorn's life. I get here that for Capricorn, there's some sort of relationship that it's very on and off. I feel like it's really based in illusion coming from you, like very based on illusion, not reality. And I feel like you're starting to get a lot of clarity in regards to this connection. You're starting to notice that this connection could be a bad decision. I feel like right now, Capricorn, you're really trying to control your feelings. But when you are alone, you really get into this bubble of like, why does this have to happen to me? Like, why is this even happening to me? Like, this is not fair. I feel like it's not just like in your love life. I feel like other things in your life are also happening. Like things that are very emotional are also happening. And you feel a bit wanting to just be in bed all day sort of behavior. Okay, so this is the Five of Swords reverse, Three of Pentacles. And then this is, which one is this one? Okay, this is the Six of Cups. You know, like something could have just recently happened. Either you got exposed or you exposed someone about the truth about something. There could have been truth coming out, some drama coming out, accountability been coming out like from you and from this other person. Truth, you know. And you might feel very like you're not left with no choice, you know, like you don't have like, oh, should I stay, should I leave? Like you are just left with the choice of needing to leave, you know. So I feel like right now that has you a bit of in a shock mode, and in your feelings. So this is why you feel a bit like, you know, wanting to just be in your own space, not really wanting others or talking to others. You're not wanting to work things out either. I feel like you're gonna end up moving on from a situation, like something that was uncovered, something that was hidden before, but now it's uncovered. And I feel like you're gonna be moving on from that. I feel like you're just going through the motions of it right now, but I feel like in your mind you're very settled in regards to your decision, and you're very much settled about it. You're like, I'm very done. Like there's no questions, you know. You just might feel very emotional about it right now, or like in shock about it, but you're kind of like, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is, and that is what's happening, you know. So let's see. Okay, so you might have like a person who doesn't really want you to move on. Yeah, I feel like this is what it means for me, like that there's someone or something that doesn't want you to really move on completely, like let go completely. And I feel like it is affecting your energy. So I feel like there's a need of like some sort of cleansing here. Any spiritual cleansing would be very helpful for you, so you can bring back your strength, so you don't feel all this negative energy that is being sent. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of drama that just happened, and the other person is acting like they didn't really do anything, that they're innocent. So, and there's a lot of talk about you, like kind of like saying like, oh, they did this, they did that. So there's a lot of like exposing, like back and forth between both, that I feel like, you know, you're pretty much done with it. I feel like right now you need to focus in like cleansing yourself, cleansing your energy, and whatever way you usually do, whatever the way you cleanse your spirit. That could be like in prayer or meditation, taking a long bath, having some sort of, I don't know, yoga session or exercise workout that really helps you clean out your energy field, because it is affecting you. But I see here a lot of mental strength of just moving on, like you're just like done with it. So that's what I see for Capricorn. There's drama in Capricorn. Moving on now for Aquarius. So Aquarius, just to let you know, I have a psychic practice group where psychics from every levels come into the group and we read someone, one person. It only happens once a month. If you are interested in being read in this psychic practice group, I'm gonna leave all information below. And if you would like a reading from me, I will leave that information below as well. For the reading, for the free reading, I just want to remind you, it's a free reading. You don't have to pay anything. It's just feedback that the readers need by the end of the session, so they can see if they're on the right track or not. Okay, so Aquarius, what's going on in Aquarius? I feel like there's problems at home. I feel like there's problems at home. I feel like you're really thinking about either changing homes or moving out, or something about your home life, and wanting to move or something like that. For some reason you're overthinking it as well, like you're very much overthinking it. But I feel like you're really trying to maintain your emotions in balance. You're trying to maintain yourself positive. You're not trying to make a scene. There you go. You're not trying to make a scene. You're trying to keep things light and simple. I feel like you're very much in this mode of like keeping things direct and simple, like not over saying more, not overdoing much. I feel like too, you're very stressed out. It could be that you're overworking a lot. I feel like you're like very much hustle mode, like working so much. You know, like, it's funny because it's like, I feel like you're avoiding drama. Like, you don't want nothing messy. Like, you're not with it. Like, you just want peace. You don't want no drama, but yet the drama is around you. You know, and I feel like you're coming up in the drama as like trying to make the peace. Like, you're trying to make the peace here. You're trying to make everything cool and like everything balanced. But Oh yeah, we got this again. Like you're the positive light in the group, or you're trying to maintain everything really positive and you're keeping your faith really in tune. I feel like right now either you're very much into God or something, or you're very much into, there could be like a sense of like really wanting to talk to God. Like you're very much in tune right now about doing the right decision. And I feel like right now it's like you're just trying to be this light in a bunch of drama that is going on. You're trying to make the correct move. You're not trying to be messy. There's a sense of like really wanting to connect to God. You could even be reading the Bible, but there's something very religion like that's influencing your behavior of how to behave around the chaos. What is this? For some of you guys might be in this point in your life where you really want to start a family. You want to start something real and you're very serious about it. But I feel like as you're thinking about this and really thinking about taking life more serious, building something more stable relationship wise, I feel like at the same time there's drama happening in your life. People around you, there could be some sort of drama that's also like you're trying to maintain and keep your cool. You're trying to keep your light, you know. You're not wanting to allow it to make you act out of character, you know. And I feel like you're trying to achieve that by faith. But I feel here that you are really trying to build something. There's something about wanting to start a new chapter, take things more serious. And that could be like thinking about really starting a family in a serious matter, like thinking about it in a very serious way. For some of you guys too, I see that there could be, you might feel very insecure, a little bit insecure about it, but at the same time it's like you're trying to not let it overcome, you know, like you're not letting it overpower you. But I feel like eventually you'll get what you want, you know, if you allow it to happen. And I feel like you're like right there in the midst of like about to happen sort of thing. It's just that right now I feel like for some reason there's a couple of like drama that is going to be a bit interfering in your goal, or this idea of taking things a bit more serious, taking life more serious, taking like building your own family or your own, yeah, like even having kids or having like serious talks about having kids. There's something serious about like starting your own family or making your own home, having kids, like serious conversations that you've had and you're very secure about it. I just feel like there's something around, like it could be like family, like your family, maybe drama that has you a bit like tight and you're not really sure how to move with that, but yeah, you have a lot of faith, you're not trying to lose your cool. And then there's questions about like work, money. I feel like at the end of the day you will end up making the correct decisions. Yeah, you will end up making the correct decision for you, but don't make decisions when you're upset. I feel like there's going to be people who don't agree with you as well. You might want to do something and people around you are not going to be agreeing with you. But I feel like you're kind of like in this mode of like, you know, I'm going to do what I want to do. Let's see. And you already know who is not going to agree with it. I feel like you're very much protected. I feel like this really reminds me of like, this image really reminds me of you kind of being in this prayer, or either you've been praying or you've been meditating a lot, but it's sort of like you have control over your mind because you've been praying. This negative energy is not really going to affect you. I do feel though that there's something about you thinking about your health, or you might have been thinking about your health. I feel like you haven't been able to really put a lot of effort into it. So this is, if this resonates with you, then this is a reminder that you need to go back into eating healthy, or going back to any goals that you had in regards to your weight or your health. In regards to this, I feel like the lack of direction or the lack of clarity is coming in because of the drama that's happening around you. Like you want to do, you know what you want to do, you know exactly what you want to do, you know exactly what you want, but like drama around you is affecting your decision because it could be that other people around your family around you don't want that, like they don't really want that, or they don't agree with you, or they might feel like it's the wrong timing. So I feel like this is why like it can be causing you like a bit of like lack of clarity or direction. Like you're clear about what you want, it's just that part is just like it's just like really messing up a bit of your plan. So I feel like you're very much in this mode of like, I know exactly what I want, it's just that the timing, I feel like the timing is a bit off, to be completely honest. So that is what I pick up for, that's all I pick up for Aquarius. I feel like the timing is something to really look into. Okay, so now for Pisces. for Pisces, let's see, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, so I have a psychic practice group. It's a free psychic practice group where a bunch of psychics come in different levels and they practice their psychic abilities and they read one person. If you would like to be read by the group, if you're interested in being read by the group, you can look at all that information in the description box. If you would like to get a reading from me, you can book that in my website. And I'll leave that in the description as well. So for Pisces. Oh. I feel like right now I feel like there's a lot of things going on in your life, like in different themes, but I feel like you're trying to find solutions. Like you're trying to avoid any type of drama. You are not really wanting confrontation right now either. You're trying to really avoid drama at all costs. And I feel like there's a sense of feeling uncomfortable with confrontation as well. I feel like right now in your life, you need a lot of energy and strength to pass this phase in your life right now. There's a lot of internal battles as well going on within yourself. You might even feel extra tired. And your temper is very short right now because of that. You're not trying to fight. You're not trying to do all that. It's kind of like you are, like if someone comes with you with some drama, it's like you just stay quiet and silent. Like you don't even respond back. You're just like, okay, like whatever. I feel like you're just not wanting to do all of that. Like your energy is so depleted that you don't have time for that. You don't even care about like gossip right now. Like you're just like really trying to focus on yourself. I feel like you also been feeling really lonely, misunderstood, and you might even be thinking, like, you know, I'm just gonna stick with these couple of friends, like, because these friends are real, or, you know, you were kind of like thinking about like who you should share your energy and who you shouldn't. It's sort of like you're like so fed up with life right now. It just feels like you're fed up. Like, I'm fed up. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, so I feel like a sense of like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna argue about this anymore. Like, can we move on? You're not like entertaining it. You know, you might be feeling too like delays. I also feel like you kind of feel like you might feel like your love life also sucks or something. You can also be feeling depressed. You might feel like there's no passion, like everything's boring. I feel like your mood is like very much swinging from right to left sort of thing, and you're not wanting to really entertain like things that are unnecessary. But I feel like it's just a phase. You're gonna go back to your energy. You're gonna feel better in a week, and you're gonna feel way more better, like, you know. But I feel like right now you're not so much. You're just like, you're doing a lot of internal work. You're doing a lot of subconscious work, and you're really being real with yourself as well about your life. I feel like your traumas are also like very much in the front right now. You also could be missing someone, like someone in your love life. You can be missing them. There could be like no communication. I also feel like you might be getting like feelings that someone is like playing you, or someone's playing with your feelings. You might be feeling that. I feel like you keep thinking like, is this person playing with my feelings or something like that? There could be some sort of drama in regards to a relationship, and thinking that they are with other options as well. But yeah, you're not talking to them. Pisces. Oh, okay, so this is the Hierophant. I know it's the Seven of Swords. And then this. one is this? Okay, so this is the Emperor. Okay, so I see here that you're learning a lot about yourself right now. You're really trying to discover yourself. There could be a lot of triggers in regards to past issues, internal struggles that are coming to the surface, and you're trying to really educate yourself about it and how to fix it or how to go about it. It's like you're fed up with it, so you're like investigating. You're trying to investigate. You're trying to learn, you know, and see what you can find out. I feel that, you know, this whole issue, this internal battle that you're happening is going to bring you a lot of strength to the point that there's going to be a good new version of yourself. You're going to feel more confident and more empowered with your life. I feel like in the past, your traumas were really making you have a hard time to manifest things because you haven't fixed this. You know, you were probably questioning, why do others can and I can't? And I feel like it's your traumas, and you're realizing that these traumas haven't been dealt with. Like, you've been trying to suppress it, and it's coming out, like it's bursting out, and you can't control it. Like, there's no other thing left but to surrender. And now it's kind of like you're confessing, or you're saying the truth about what happened to you, and it's going to bring you to this place of having more power with the direction you want your life to actually go. You're not letting it control your traumas or your internal issues take control of things. It's like the more you understand why you do what you do, the more power you will gain. And I feel like you're in that process right now. Okay, so I feel like in your love life too, you've been like spying on someone. You just want to know the truth. You might feel like they're dealing with someone else as well. I feel like you were just talking to them though. Like, you might feel like they're dealing with someone else as well. Okay, yeah, so things might not be feeling very fair right now for you. You might definitely be shutting down. You're not texting back anybody. You're not calling anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody. You are facing your shadow right now. This mirror reminds me of that, and this reminds me of the mind. So you're facing your shadow right now. You're trying to find balance, you know, because I feel like you haven't been really balanced lately. So you're shutting down in order to work on yourself. You're really trying to bring your spirit back to life. I feel like you've been feeling really down. You're trying to connect the dots in regards to your purpose. I feel like you know what you're supposed to do. You know, like, what you like, what you don't like. But there's something of like some sort of resistance, you know, and I feel like it has to do with issues from your past that were never really resolved, you know. So I feel like there's truth coming in to your conscious awareness. That's what I think. Like, conscious awareness is happening. Wisdom is going to be flowing around these weeks. Like, wisdom is going to be appearing like very vividly. I feel like, you know, there is like people talking about you because you have been so quiet, not the most communicative. So there's talking about your character, about how you behave, why you act that way, but they don't really understand, you know, they don't know what you're going through. I feel too like it seems like there's also people who are very jealous of you too. There's like, if you see this, these are women, another one to woman again. I feel like there's specifically women who are really talking about you. I feel like there's a sense of like trying to copy you. Like, they're trying to copy your identity, your style, your energy, your vibe. I feel like they're kind of like taking notes mentally to copy you. And if you felt this, then this is just a confirmation that they're copying you. Yet they want to talk about your character, turning others against you. So there's a lot of that going on, but I feel like you're very protected right now. There's a lot of angelic protection going on through all these battles that you've been having. Okay, so blocks causing cynicism, closed mind is going to different spirit, disregarding spirit. So yeah, I feel like you've been trying to connect the dots. Like I said, you're trying to come back to your body, mind, and spirit again. You're really trying to find that balance. You were not feeling that balance. You're like in the process of it, but you're not completely there. So I feel like if you do some crown chakra opening or clean out your chakras, you will feel more aligned and better. I feel too that, you know, you're being spiritually attacked because it looks like the spiritual realm, you know, negative spirits are seeing that you're going through a tough time. So you can be having like sometimes like a bunch of negative thoughts run into your mind, and then some of you guys could be experiencing spiritual attacks because of that, like or panic attacks or anxiety. I feel though that you're still very protective, but you know, continue like praying for yourself very much. I feel too that there's someone who's very much thinking about you sexually. I feel like the options that you have are thinking about you in a very sexual way. You're heavily in someone's mind in a very sexual way. They really want you. It can be a person that I was talking about in the beginning, like this person, you feel like they have too many options. And, you know, I feel that they do. That's why you are picking up on that. So for Pisces, I feel like you guys are going through a transformation that's not going to be easy. And it's going to take some time, but eventually you will eventually find yourself again. So that's what I pick up for Pisces. Thank you so much.